Hey guys, before I start the video, I wanted to do this. I don't ever do advertisements on my channel, but this is different. A friend asked me for assistance, and this is the best way I could find to do it. Matt is a multi-tour combat veteran and even started his own non-profit organization to help fight veteran suicide and was very active in the veteran community. Unfortunately, on November 12, 2017, his wife Callie passed away. I'm going to put a link in the video description to the GoFundMe page for help with funeral costs and other expenses during this difficult time. If you feel you can help, then please visit the link. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the video.
I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Do you guys remember when Battlefield 1 first came out and everyone was grinding to unlock the Martini-Henry infantry rifle? Mainly because it was the last gun you could unlock. You had to get to Scout Class level 10 to achieve it. And when you did, all of a sudden, you turned into a rifle beast. Because that gun was broken. The sweet spot mechanic on it was flawed, and they had to later patch it and nerf it at the same time. So that it couldn't one-hit kill people in the shoulders and arms and other parts of the body where you shouldn't be able to get that one-shot kill according to Battlefield 1 rules and physics. Now, there were a lot of people who pretty much exclusively used the Martini-Henry infantry to get that one-shot kill. Now, after it got nerfed, a lot of those people started going back to different guns, probably mostly to the SMLE, since that's the most practical gun to use. So they nerfed the Martini-Henry infantry with one of the first or second, maybe the second patch. I'm not 100% sure I remember that far back, but they made it almost unusable. Then they said, you know what, let's add a little bit more power back to it, and a couple updates later they buffed it again, and they basically made it, you know, compatible to the way it was before without the crazy sweet spot glitch mechanics where you could get one-hit kills on arms, shoulders, stomach, things like that. So it turned into pretty much a regular gun that was a regular rifle that was suited best for a close range to close medium range combat. And then everybody started saying, well, I guess people were saying this from the beginning, what if they put a scope on the Martini-Henry? That would be like the most used rifle in the whole game. I said they would never do it. I said they probably will never do it, but it's DICE, so maybe we'll see something like that. And boy was I proven wrong, because they did it. They put a scope on the Martini-Henry quite a while ago now, and I thought that this would probably be we would probably see this gun rise as one of the most used guns, since the Martini-Henry infantry is so incredibly popular. Maybe we would see the one with the scope be even more popular. But you know what? That never happened. And I want to hear from you guys in the comment section why you think that. I was just wondering that the other day because I myself rarely use the Martini-Henry sniper. And let me go over some of the reasons I think that might be. So, if you're playing on PC, this probably doesn't apply to you because you're not using a controller. But on console, I find the Martini-Henry infantry is much easier to use if you have your aim assist enabled, because the scoped sniper rifles do not have aim assist. So I think a lot of people on console might have switched to the Martini-Henry sniper, tried it for a couple games and said, my god, I cannot use this, I can't get on my targets, you know, it's just jumps right past them with the scope. I'm going to go back to using the infantry version. So I think that's my number one reason why I think a lot of people don't use it that much, is because it doesn't have the aim assist on it. You can't get those quick snap, you know, easy auto lock on kills with the scope. You actually have to aim when you have the scope on there and get the kills that way. Now, I think the second reason people might not use it a lot is because a lot of players aren't used to scopes, okay? A lot of players are more used to the type of sights that are like a red dot, close range, and infantry sights. Also, I think they waited so long to put the scope on that people might have been so used to the infantry sights they just didn't want to switch and couldn't really adjust to the scope. If the aim assist wasn't a problem, it was just the scope. So, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. I wanted to hear individual reasons from you guys on why you use it or why you don't use it, because I did look this gun up, and it is kind of close to, it's not the absolute bottom of the list, but it is close to the bottom of the list for scout rifles that get used the most. Very close to the bottom of the list. Like, hardly anybody uses this gun. And even I notice this when I'm playing, you know, online, because I hardly ever get killed by the Martini-Henry sniper. The Martini-Henry infantry, all the time. People still use the crap out of the Martini-Henry infantry, but the Martini-Henry sniper, forget about it. It's actually a really good gun. But let me jump on to my next point. And it kind of feels like DICE might have trolled us a little bit on this one, just to kind of see what would happen. Or maybe they didn't want this gun to become like the most used gun, so that's why they did what I'm about to say here. Instead of putting, you know, a carbine scope or carbine sights or a marksman scope, which have smaller magnification and no scope glint, they decided to go all out and actually put a sniper scope on this gun. I think that was kind of a troll move, because this gun is suited for close to close medium range. It is not a very effective long range weapon. The damage drop off is severe when you hit enemies at range. The bullet drop off is also severe. The muzzle velocity, I mean, the bullet basically just drops out of the sky. I mean, you can hit people far away if you know what you're doing, but most people don't want to take the time to learn it on a gun that's suited for more close to medium range. It really reminds me of the 300 knockout in Battlefield Hardline. We saw a lot of people using that gun up close, but hardly ever did you get killed by the 300 knockout from far away. Little shout out to my Battlefield Hardline fans there. That game was very fun. Don't know why the Battlefield community didn't get more into it, but hey, you know what? I played the crap out of it and I enjoyed it. But let's get back to the subject at hand. Martini-Henry sniper. So when I put this gun on, first off, I've pretty much gone through all my reasons why I think, you know, people don't like this gun. The scope is too magnified, you know, it has scope glint. The aim assist thing, where people are so used to the infantry variant, they just can't get used to the scopes. Then you have people that just don't like scopes, you know, they're more comfortable with close range, you know, weapons, and also the fact that they could have put a carbine or marksman on, but they put that sniper scope on instead, and it made it, the scope makes it suited for a long range weapon, and you're going to be using it in close quarters mostly, so why would you want to scope that big on it? It kind of turns people off. The gun is still very powerful, and it's very good. I ended up getting 55 kills this match. These are all clips from the same game. Most of them were with the Martini-Henry sniper, some pistol kills, and there was a point where I picked up the tank hunter kit and got a couple kills there. But yeah, I actually had fun doing this. I was surprised, you know, that more people don't use this because of how good it is. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know, I am so used to using guns with scopes. I like guns with scopes better than I like carbine and infantry variants and marksman variants. I just prefer to be able to have that long range option even when I'm up close. I've always played my shooters pretty much with the, you know, a high magnification scope, so that's just normal for me. But I realize not everyone does that. I'm probably a little weird for playing it like that, but that's just, you know, how I like to play my games. So I'm really curious to know from you guys, you know, what you think of this. I want to know all the reasons that I didn't cover, and I'm sure those will come up in the comments section. I definitely want to see the reasons why people love this gun or why people love to not use this gun. So if you agree with me, you know, leave a thumbs up. If you disagree with me and hate me, leave a thumbs down for whatever reason, and go ahead and let me know in the comments why you hate me, so I can reply to your comment and tell you why I hate you. Just kidding. I do that sometimes, though. I'll get troll comments and I will just write a troll comment back. And sometimes I'm just in a bad mood and I will respond to bad comments. I know I shouldn't, but yeah, go ahead and leave any kind of comment you want, guys. I will read them all. Thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. I hope it's been helpful, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next video or the next stream. Later.